playing Burden of Command. It has been, I think, basically an entire Victoria 3 run since the last time I played Burden of Command, but it's going to be interesting. We're getting back in the saddle here. Um, I'm going to be playing a lot of Burden of Command over the next couple of weeks. I don't know how fast that's going to translate into getting back to once a day on the channel now. But maybe by now it'll already have happened by the time you're seeing this episode. Maybe not. We'll find out. So we're in the Colmar pocket. I got to get these objectives in Colmar. How many do I need for a mission major? 6. Okay, so all of them. 2 for a minor defeat, 3 for a draw, 4 for a minor victory. Yeah, it's going to be complicated, but the enemy's right here. So, first thing we need to do is figure that right out. I think the way we start is I've got an enemy officer here, and I want to take them out. So I want to start with Thompson, and I'm going to not get creative, I think. I think that's my plan here. So first things first, I'm going to suppress this unit to get them down to reds. They can't op fire me. It's going to take one of Thompson's go-rounds here. We're going to take some shooting back, theoretically. But, nope, not this time. Alright, very good. Now these guys are pointing north, so they shouldn't be able to op fire me as we grab Thompson. And, let's see, that's infiltrate and that's grandstand. Alright, so we're just going to bolster the unit we're standing in.
Prepare for suppressive fire.
Suppressive fire. That's right. That's what's going to happen. Get him!
Don't give him an inch. Harris, let's get him.
Took a casualty, but we got them. That was only their lieutenant. And the trenches are now clear. Excellent. And this unit's got one go left. Okay, this squad lost their order, but it looks like this MG lost their order, but this MG did not. Now this MG is covering Dearborn, and he's gonna get him real bad, I suspect, during their turn. So I'm gonna try to figure out what I can do to avoid this. He's facing this way, so I think. Let me see. Am I able to assault here? We're in snow, so movement range is significantly reduced. Okay, this squad is not going to be able to. What about this one? Check on the take command function. Okay, they're not going to be able to get there after shooting either, so I'm going to need to get a little creative about this. That's not how I was hoping this was going to go, but that's alright. Let me see. Now, they don't have a shot. So what I really want is to use up this MG's op fire. Use up this MG's go round. And this MG, and here's what I'm thinking here. This MG has coverage in where Dearborn's standing, but not here. So ideally I want to be able to move Dearborn in here. That having been said, if I take command of this unit, I can only get them close enough to do the assault. Oh, that's gonna be dicey. Now, question is, does this MG have visibility to that hex? They do. So I might be able to draw their op fire into there. So that's how we're gonna handle it. I'm gonna really pray. Okay, they've been revealed. Gonna really pray this is a good, solid attack. 50%. Oh, that's not ideal. Get him!
Shit.
No, that sucks. Alright, backup plan. We're gonna put these fellas here. Now, this is even riskier, because we're going into this MG's range before the assault. Okay. But now we're flanking this unit. Get him! Excellent. Got another commander. That's beautiful. Oh, and I got a captain. Yes! That's very good. Whew, that gives me a lot of breathing room for this situation. Now, this machine gun lad's op fire has not been spent. So, what can I do? I can present him with a decent shot with this machine gun if I can get them within range. I don't want to do that, though, because I have no cover in these areas. These guys don't have the range to shoot. I could run Captain Murphy up and use our mortars. Where are our mortars? Stern. Oh, dang it. Okay, hold on. This is an MG. This is an MG. Here's Stern. Where's the mortars? Where are the mortars? Where are the mortars? No! Oh, this could be real bad. I don't have any mortars right now. Urgh. Could be a kerfuffle. I think I maybe take command of this squad and do an assault on these lads. If I can move Captain Murphy up into here, I could hustle them forward and shoot, which wouldn't be ideal. But again, Lieutenant Dearborn's going to get absolutely pummeled over here if he gets shot in the open with the initiative. So I gotta do something. Okay, hold on. I do have... Okay, my mortars are off map, but they can get here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to run up to here. Oh, shifty. I mean, with the amount of cunning I've got, that's an accurate description of Captain Murphy here. Not the most ideal plan. Hit him. Oh, failed to respond. Oh, not great. Not great. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that is not good. Do I have any other mortars? No. Oh, boy. All right. Well, sorry, Dearborn. Dearborn might be about to go down in the first round of this. I really hope he isn't. I'm really hoping the fact that they're at low morale is going to save Dearborn's bacon. I got a few more command points with Captain Murphy. Let's go ahead and launch an assault on this squad now that they're suppressed. I'm going to try... Can I get there this turn? I cannot. So, we're going to have to head forward and just do our best. I can't get into their flank, so there's... We're playing... Uh-oh. Don't outfire me, bro. Okay, alright. Alright, 3/4. Get him!
Let's get it done.
Nice. Nailed another officer. Oh, fantastic. Alright, that's a good start to this situation. I'm feeling pretty rock solid about that. All things considered. We're definitely going to need to take some time to get these units back up in good stead, but we're doing well so far. So let's put a... All right, the enemy gets a vote. Let's see what happens. Okay.
Mickey Mouse is kaputt.
All right, heard a rally. That's good. That means Dearborn's not toast. Okay. Okay. All right. That's actually very good for me. So, I'm going to start with Dearborn. It's going to take 2 actions to get into these woods. Well, it might not. It might not. Hold on. Before I do anything, I could bring up this tank. One option is to bring up this tank and other tanks by extension. I would love to activate to nail this squad to the wall this turn. But I do think getting Dearborn out of the situation he's in, is it possible that he could get out of this by going that way? Because that would be more ideal, because I got enemies over here, but it doesn't seem likely. So I think we're going to go this way. If we hop to here, if I bolster them and hop to here, that's a reasonable amount of movement. If they don't get shot, they might have the points to do another bolster and a special discipline attack. Going that way. I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to give that a try, because I got my special discipline attack. The other option is step and creep. But then I won't have the points for that. So we're going to try it.
Gentlemen, we shall soon have victory.
Bit optimistic. Let's give it a shot. Dearborn's not doing super good as well. Alright, beautiful. So, now, if I pour it on, 8 to 2, okay, not bad. So let's bolster. A little bit more morale here. I'll pour it on 16, 5 back, but only if he shoots, which I don't think he's going to be able to. Very nice. Delta casualty, very nice. Got some trust. Now here's the real question. No, okay, I won't be able to assault. Now over here, I could have this squad take these trenches and hold up and hole up over there. Let's give it a shot. These guys are facing away, so hopefully they won't be able to op fire us. I'm going in risky here. Okay, we got spotted. That's not ideal. All right, get him. Got that flanking boost. I'm going very risky here initially, but I think it's going to buy me a lot of breathing room. Okay, so now these guys are in trenches. Presence of enemy units over here seems extremely likely, but that is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. So that's Dearborn. Now the question is, do I use Captain Murphy's remaining point to try to get up to anything? And get up to anything, I mean specifically with this unit. Now if I shoot over here, likely win in the initiative chance, likely suppression. I can't get into these trenches first, because I don't have the movement range, so I think this is what I'm going to do. Do I wait? I think I can afford to. Yeah, I think I can afford to wait a little bit. Well, but if they get to shoot first... If they get to shoot first, they can do 2 suppression to me, and I'm at 11. That's going to weaken my shooting back, so I think I'm actually going to go now. My goal for this turn is just going to be to keep my units in good stead, to move forward and deal with all of the Germans that are right in front of me, and then to deal with next turn's problems next turn. So... that is it for Dearborn. He's got 1 command point left.
Hit the dirt.
Do I just whack this unit again? That doesn't seem productive. This unit's a little bit tight on morale. Come on, Burden of Command, you can do it. So I think maybe I put Dearborn in there and have them rally next turn. Alright, that's good. Let's see what the enemy does. Let's see how they react. Oh, interesting. Okay, enemy unit moving over here. All right, so I feel vindicated with my assumption that there's an enemy unit in that trench. Nevertheless, so I think what we're gonna do actually is a creep bolster and assault with this unit. I've got the oh no, I don't have the points. I've got to go in. I've got to go in blind. All right.
You are Cottonbalers.
Can I go in sideways? Just get maximum distance. I can. All right, here's hoping. Because I think this stuff blocks. I think this stuff blocks
It's me.
line of sight. Excellent. Sit down, sir. I got one more go. If I bolster, I can get all the way to this trench. Okay, this squad got a rally. I guess Rao doesn't have other squads to use this turn since I activated this squad with Captain Murphy. So I could... We'll do it. I'm going to do a surprise attack on this trench. And we'll see if this ends up being a gigantic error. The question is, do I go here first? Because I could, and that would get me behind them. But I think they're going to spot me. Well, there could also be other enemy units over here. I'm not being as cautious about checking sight lines as I... Well, actually, there's a lot of really solid visibility here, so I think it might be 6 to 1 outdoes the other. What if there's an enemy unit in this trench? Okay, so they don't have really good sight lines here. All right, we're gonna try it from here.
Kameraden, it's me.
Hey, there was a guy there. Get him!
Follow me.
Shrek. Shrek, how could you betray me? You're tearing me apart, Shrek. All right. Whew. Quite a successful first turn. Well done, Rao. Double assault. Very nice. Very pleased with this outcome. What next? Well, that's all for Rao. So we'll see how the enemy reacts. Of course, now that these areas are relatively clear, I'm having a little bit of a fear. Now there's an enemy unit over here. They have visibility all the way there. Because I'm thinking now's the time to use the tanks. But one thing, I'm worried about a Panzerschreck in this forest here. But I'll be able to find it if I move up with my machine gun. If I use my tanks, what do? I think I get up here and I shoot at this unit. And I just get them a little closer. I think ideally I want a machine gun. What does this hex have visibility to? Yeah, I think ideally I want a machine gun here so that I can deal with whatever's in here. So I think that's a good goal for this round. Might have been wise if I'd moved this unit forward first so that they'd be closer to them, but I think they'll be able to take them. Now the question is, do I move up here and press this MG? And I think the answer is actually no. What support does Stern have? He doesn't have the mortars yet. Let's take this other MG. Let's just get them a little bit forward. And where do I want Stern? Just to confirm. Okay, no mortars yet. So I'm gonna... These MGs could use a rally. So since this sort of leg of the... Why are you so weary? Why so weary? Well, he seems okay. I'm gonna take Stern to here. That way he'll be able to rally them next turn. Then we'll move in the tanks and then we'll be good to go. I got another tank over here. I don't know how realistic an advance on this side is. So we'll kind of play that by ear. Again, I've only got one unit over here, and I think this area might be a little bit, might not necessarily be feasible country for an advance. On the other hand, assuming I don't get Panzerschrecked, I could have, but these both basically converge here. So what's the utility? The utility is I can cross here, get over here, and there's no cover whatsoever on this side. I suppose... Well, okay, so the actual answer is... Line up some units over here, creep, assault, and that gets us into this area. Oh, because these are all on a lower elevation. Okay, alright, I'm rethinking what I was saying before. Because getting in this way... Yeah, exposes me to fire from this ridge line with good cover, which I do not want. Ooh, actually, the side's looking like a better line of advance all the time. The left side, the west side. Nevertheless, focus on dealing with the enemy units in front of me right now is how we're going to do it. So, if we move this tank here, they'll have line of sight to shoot at this German unit. And shoot at them, they shall. Tell me this one for mines. Well, Warsh, I hope so. You're making it seem like we haven't. Okay, alright. Spotted. Not a shock. No combat shock for them. Get shooted, idiot.
Hit him first!
Nice. Good suppression. Sat him on down. That's very nice. Not gonna get any further forward here. In terms of this unit, I think I'll move up and park them right at this intersection here. Get them plenty of opportunity to shoot at anything that comes down the road with a Panzerschreck. Stop yammering about mines. It's bad for morale. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Look at this man assuming the burden of command. Alright, now this tank, we have the ability to go in here. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just going to go to here, and we're going to pop a shot on that MG so that they don't... want to not be on the road, but we're in our own backfield here. Ground's frozen, no mines. Okay, alright. That's encouraging. Don't worry. I'll take care of y'all. I haven't lost a tank since the first Battle of Cisterna. What are the chances that I would break a winning streak today? Get him!
Can't see.
Cool. And then finally, this other tank Tanks are not good at scouting. What do we have visibility to from here? None of the enemy trenches. Here. Gonna need to go really far up if we want to get a clean shot at these enemy trenches. So, I think maybe tanks are good on snow. At least wise, I think. It's probably a good question. It's probably a good question. If I'm an 88, where am I? I really want to cover this, but I can't see much. If I'm here, yeah, I can't see much of anything. Okay, but if I'm here, I can cover this whole road. So here's a spot I'm gonna live if I'm an 88. Here, I see there's a go down in here. All right, so basically, I did not be going near any of that business. Unfortunately, I have to get pretty close to get shots. So I think the answer is I've just got to be conscientious. Yeah, this tank I think we take off-road. Go to here. And recon by fire and weapons range into this trench. Assuming they can cover all that territory, which I think they should be able to. Was it here? Yes. Pray that's not a Panzer Shack.
Find a target.
Okay. I did get a guy. It was a regular squad. And now they're out of morale, which is excellent. Good tanking. Good tanking. Feeling pretty pleased with this outcome. What do I have visibility to from here? So I could send my tank commander up to here and then just shoot at that spot. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because tank's got 2 more go-rounds.
Take them down.
Okay, nothing. Good to be certain. All right, and that is the end of turn 1. We'll see what the enemy does in response. Okay. All in. Catch your breath and take stock. The fight is everywhere. Shouts in English and German mingle together against the crack of rifles and the rip of machine guns. Muzzle flashes are up from all directions. It's clear the only way out of this mess is to go forward. Okay. Alright, well that ain't so bad. So, this unit's facing this way. Enemy unit in here almost certain. Op fire potential moderate. I would love to take out this squad. Can I take command of a tank? I cannot. So if I want to take out that squad, I've got to run in, risk a little op fire, and then charge with this lone unit. Potential risk extremely high. Let's try it. Get him!
Drag out.
Whew, glad they were facing the other way. Squadron lieutenant surrenders, and then hopefully that... Okay, yep, here it comes. Okay.
Das ist ein Heimatschuss.
Yep. Fire from there. Not a surprise. Net suppression only 3. Because I'm significantly low on morale. I could shoot back. I think I'm not going to. I think I'm going to save the tank for that. However, that has put this MG completely out of orders. So, Dearborn first. Go ahead and rally this squad, get them their other orders back. And now, do I move up into this squad? I think yes. Time to take out this MG. Uh-oh.
Hit the dirt.
Okay. A little bit of mortar action. Too far, but they'll be able to get there with a bolster. Or I could simply run the distance. Is bolstering better? Or is it better to go? What does the visibility look like from this stand of trees? Actually, it's better to head here. And then are we flanking? Are we perhaps flanking? We are.
Advance!
Nice. Beautiful. That's just beautiful. All right. Looking good. Got a little bonus trust out of the deal. Do I recon by fire and weapons range over to here? I think yes. Cool. Chance of enemy units there? Low. Point ourselves due south. Anything else I want to do with Captain Murphy? I don't think so. I want to use Lieutenant Thompson to rally his remaining squads. It's just, if I decide to attack the city from the front, what does that look like? I think the answer is I don't want to do it. Yep, I think the answer is we're going around to the west. We're not heading down the middle on this one. Alright, so in that case, I'm going to save Captain Murphy's points for now. And start getting my other squads moving over this way. Chance I bring the tanks up, I think I might. What's the visibility to this squad along this road? It's not great. Can a tank... Well, not sure, but we'll worry about it next time. Dearborn is out of orders. I don't need to do anything real fast immediately, so let's go ahead and pass it over to... Actually, yes, okay, that guy's out of orders, so he's not going to be able to rally that squad this turn. So yeah, I think I can pass it over to the other fellas. I want to clear out nearby enemy units so they won't be able to see what I'm doing. Because flank attacks work best when the enemy doesn't know where you are. Okay, don't like that sound. That's the sound of enemy units rallying. But hopefully it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Come on, burden of command, you can do it. We can do it, lads, with a beep 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 beach boys. Sorry. All the I had to do a little bit of a Tom Cardy bit. So let's see. I think the answer to this situation is bolster and run in. Signals form. Don't you crash. Don't you crash. Don't you crash. Oh no. Oh no. Whew. All right. All right. Seems like we're good. Seems like we're good. And take out that guy.
Keep up!
Yeah, we're getting a little bit greedy on this, but I think it's worth. Beautiful. All right. So with those trenches clear, can I rally the squad this turn? No. So if I come up this side, nah, there's still too much space I can get shot from. Yep, I'm continuing to stand by my plan as originally laid out. So let's take Lieutenant Rao up to here. And we'll have his remaining squad. Ooh, that was a mistake. Well, that's okay. I'm going to leave this squad over here since they need a rally. And I'm going to... Well, getting there this turn's not going to be useful. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this squad here so that Rao can rally, move, rally next turn. And that'll be just fine. And if I need to... Well, rally, move, rally. Actually. So they can go a little bit farther forward. So next turn's going to be not a skip turn, but a no action turn for Rao, with just a pure rallying turn. I hope he's gained some trust from these assaults, because Rao's trust is a little low. I haven't been stewarding Rao's trust the way it would be ideal for me to. So that is Rao's go-round. I think next we use the tanks to pound... Oh, I got more. Excellent. A little bit of bonus armor over here. The answer with the tanks is maybe I just cover... So one option is I run straight in with the tanks, but that just seems like a waste. I got 20 turns on this, so I'm not in a hurry. So let's see what maneuverability... Okay, maneuverability looks pretty good for this tank. I want to be able to pound on this squad. I'm going to need to get there. I can't quite get there in one move, but I can certainly get there in two. This is our second tank commander who's here. So let's do it. And we'll get one more. Ooh, I can actually... Nope, I can't. Hello, sir. You shot me last turn.
Krauts, down!
Okay, MG. That is not great, but now we know they're there. Looks like they're facing north. Yep. Army Group 7 92mm MG. Huh. Curious. And that means potentially Panzerschreck over here. So I'm going to take command of this squad. No, I think that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake. If I go up here, I risk getting shot back at, but you know.
Can't see shit.
Okay. They did indeed have a unit there, but only a squad. Okay, well, glad I didn't shoot. So, question is, do I try to make an assault happen with this under morale squad? I don't think so. Instead, okay, so this tank commander is our original tank commander. Which other tanks are under him? The one he's in, and this one. So what we're gonna do, gonna keep this tank here for now, but this tank commander, we're gonna move over this way to cover the primary axis of the advance, which of course is gonna be to the west and the south and then the east. Do I go this entire way? I think maybe. No, I'll leave him with some orders left. No reason to, no reason to spend him out, especially when I got another tank over here. Alright. Pretty good second turn. No action from the enemy yet this turn. Okay, so Thompson now. Rally. Again, it's only 2, but it's still worth it. Why are you so weary, Thompson?
We're
Back
not
on your
late
feet,
yet,
Koenig.
Dickerson.
Indeed not. Alright, and then Captain Murphy. Do I rally this squad? I don't think I need to. I'm going to just move the squad. We'll just get them moving. Captain Murphy can move more efficiently on his own. If we go here, is it any worse? No. Alright, so I just want to bring this squad up to support the squad over here. Can't quite get them where it would be ideal to have them. But I could move Captain Murphy up to them and get them a bolster. Which I think is what I'll do. See, this is advanced movement tech right here.
No speeches today. Get this done.
And I just want to be up in this trench here.
Keep an eye out.
And do I move Captain Murphy over to this squad to get the morale next turn? I don't think so. Because I think I'm going to be doing work with the second squad of first platoon next turn. So, from here, axis of advance is shifting. Ooh, because I can take command of this squad and get them on their way over to, again, where the main axis of advance is going to be. Alright, let's just get you pointed southward so that in case there's something nasty hidden down here, I can have a clear sight of it before it shoots you. Alright. And after that, it's just Stern, and then the rest of the tanks. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Let's get Stern to rally this MG. Not critical, but 3 shots is better than 2. And then our other MG, we will hoof it forward as far as we can. And then we'll move Stern to them so that they can get themselves a nice rally next turn. Oop. This probably wasn't the ideal spot. Probably should have gone directly there. Wasn't really thinking about it the way I should have been, but it ended up fine. Beautiful. Alright, so... Yes, and then our goal is take these 2, and then circle all down around through here, so that we can hide in these fields, and not get spotted by the enemy, creeping up this way. And hopefully there won't be enemy in these spots, but if there are, we'll have plenty of tanks. Right. Stern's got one more go. And this is just these 2 tanks, I think. This squad, yeah, seems that way. So we will simply... Again, not getting spotted is our ideal outcome here. Although I do want to get into the action, so we'll take a little time on the road. Not too much. And again, no spotting from this enemy unit from here. And then this other tank will do essentially the same. Since we know those areas are clear of mines, since I just kind of casually moved a tank across them earlier, we'll stick to the same deal here. Alright, and I believe that is everything. My tank squads still have a little bit of orders. I'll move my other tank one more step, maybe to these trenches here. Or maybe just to some point where he can point himself south and cover this road a little bit better while being a little bit closer into the action. And that's all for this turn. Turns left 18. Alright, no action at the beginning of turn 3, so that is the end of the episode. I gotta admit, I was a little afeared at the beginning of this episode, but I pulled it together. I dealt with the enemy units that were right in front of me, and now we've got a plan of action for taking the town. So, that is all we've got for this episode, my nerds. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.